The next game we are analyzing is Aston Villa versus Burnley. This is a very interesting already. When I see bar charts overlapping, it's always nice to see that. But then again, if you look at the stats, Aston Villa won their first game recently, so they have 33% record at home, whilst Burnley haven't won a match at all playing away. So they've got a 0% or null. In terms of total points, both teams are very poor. 4 points for Burnley, 6 points for Aston Villa. And then league ranking, they're actually close to the relegation zone at the moment. 18th place for Burnley, 16th for Aston Villa. Looking at the past 3 game week goals, Aston Villa scored four goals in the past 3 game weeks. I think 3 came in the past game week, but we can double check that. Burnley only 2. Conceding wise, look at this. This is very interesting. Burnley have conceded 7 goals in the past 3 game weeks. So they are literally, the goal is open for Aston Villa to score. And we can look at some stats here. So if we just analyze, Aston Villa is right here with 6 points. Burnley is here with 4 points. Now, Aston Villa are playing home. So let's look at the record playing home. So they've got all their points. Yeah, do they have a total of 4 points? No, 6 points. Okay. So they got majority of their points from playing at home. They won against Fulham yesterday, 3-1. Pardon me. They lost against Crystal Palace 3-0. Newcastle, they drew. So they got 4 points while playing away. If we look at the goals as well, they've only scored 3 goals in total playing at home, but they conceded 4 goals over 2 games. So that's not the most amazing record, but this game where they won against Fulham is very promising. So there's something to take note. If we look at Burnley, on the other hand, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They are the highest conceding team out of all the teams when they play away. Look at this. So they have got 11 points more than they have conceded 11 goals whilst playing away. They played, but then again, they played very good teams. Tottenham, they lost 3-0 against them, 3-2 against Man United, 5-1 against Man City. So it looks like a quite straightforward assumption, and the assumption that everyone's going to predict is that Burnley's going to lose, Burnley's going to concede, Aston Villa likely to score, especially after scoring 3 goals recently. Let me check again. They played home to Fulham and they're going to play home again, which means they've got this momentum. So let's have a look at the players from Aston Villa team and how they performed versus Burnley. Okay, let's click on points. Aston Villa. Okay, so we can see like over the past 6 game weeks, game week 6 and game week 4, they played pretty decent, but all the other game weeks, they were quite poor. So looking at game week 6 specifically, we can see the top players were Watkins, surprisingly. He scored his first goal, I think, over 700 hours. MashaAllah. And then Buendia, I'm not even sure who that is. I've never heard of him. 1 goal, 1 assist. So he got 12 points, and then he got the 3 bonus points as well. So, and he only played for 45 minutes. So he had a solid match, and that's the first time he's playing. Actually, that's not the first time. Let me unselect and click on Aston Villa. Let's see his record. Look at that. So he scored 12 points. He's selected by 0.1% only, but his history of playing, it's never been a full match. We can see that. And it's always been 1 or 2 points. So he's definitely just came out of nowhere and started scoring and assisting. So that's quite interesting. In terms of the Aston Villa's top performing players to date, we can see it's in defense. So we've got Cash, Matty Cash, yeah. Matty Cash has played decent so far with 27 points. He's selected by 5.3%. Not bad at all, though he only had 2 points last game week, which is yesterday on Saturday. Mings has got 23. When I see data like this where a player plays 90 minutes and then they suddenly don't play much at all, that is sometimes frustrating, isn't it? So he only got 1 point and he only played for 31 minutes. McGinn was good, wasn't he? He scored, I think I remember. He scored 1 goal against Fulham. And so he's only got 6 points, yeah. So how much does Watkins cost? 8.7. So he's lost some value. And but Rogers, he's usually selected by quite a lot, isn't it? 5.8 selected. Okay, so overall, and if we look at Burnley, let's not forget Burnley. Anthony's killing it. Look at those points. 40 points. He got 40 points, whilst his entire team is a little bit behind him, isn't it? So he got 6 points in the last game week. He managed to get a goal against Man City, took away Man City's clean sheet, and look at his attacking returns. My goodness. I'm going to check out Burnley's attacking return and Aston Villa. Look at that. So very, very interesting fact. Anthony has 5 attacking returns, more than anyone from Aston Villa and Burnley, whilst no one comes close to him. So he is definitely someone to keep. And if I see how much he's selected by 4 point, let me just select points again. Burnley, he's already one of the top. He's the second top midfielder after Semenyo with 40 points. And sometimes it does that. Okay, are you gonna come? Oh, okay. If it doesn't come, we can always click here and go here. So he's averaging 88 minutes per game. He's got an average point of 6.7 points per game. He is getting 4.5 of those points from goals and assists, and the rest is averaging 1 bonus point per game, which is interesting. No defensive contribution points. He's not their first choice penalty taker, but his form is on fire, better than Mohamed Salah, to be honest. So he is doing very well. There it is. Look at those points. He's been getting good minutes. So yeah, so my summary for Aston Villa Burnley is Burnley's going to concede. Burnley's likely to lose because they lost every game playing away. Aston Villa's got a good momentum, so they might start scoring. But to be honest, I don't know who, because there's no one outshining in that team. But Burnley have Anthony, who is playing awesome. He's on my team as well. So Anthony is likely to score as well, I would say, because Aston Villa's is not amazing when it comes to defense. So keep Anthony on your team for this game, definitely. So this is my summary for Aston Villa versus Burnley.